Ay, 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 folks. Ay, ay, ay. So we did fly through on that. That's so sick. That's so sick. Now let's see if we can update the category. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Hope there it is. Guys, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Golly, we're here for another Code Chronicles episode, folks. We're going to try to keep this one a little bit short. I know exactly what we're doing today. We are fixing, let me get some tunes going for y'all. Let's get some tunes going. This is a great song made by Pags. That's me. You can find it if you search for my music on Spotify. That's a challenge. But okay, so today we are going to let me turn the music down. As fantastic as it might be, it's still quite obnoxious, blasting in my earphones. So every time I do that too, every episode, it's way too loud initially, every single time, guys. You don't understand my pain. But today we are going to adjust the task, what's it called? Category. That's the thing we left off on the last Code Chronicles episode. We built this awesome stoplight function where we can change the task priority just literally by clicking the button, which is fantastic. There needs to be a little bit better UI UX. I could add a little loading because I clicked it already and then it takes a second. So ready, I click and then it's delayed. Boom. So I'll add a little clicking effect or a little something there down the road, boring stuff down behind the scenes. It's not boring, but it is like, not that special. Those tiny tweaks, though, I will say, do make software that much better. 100% they do. So let's fire open our Team Syncer project with all of our colorful tasks. And today what we're going to accomplish is to be able to change the category. And I guess we'll do the task priority stuff. I suppose. So I want to find where we're doing all this stuff. I forget where. Boom, here it is. Okay, so task priority, all this stuff. Let's see. I guess fine. We'll hammer it out really quick. Let's just see. Active opacity 0. So if I click that, does it? Boom. Okay, so it does do that. We obviously don't want it on the circle. I just wanted to see if we were clicking the right one. So just when I click, see, we get like a quick flash. Do something like that. That works too. A little active opacity 50. That works great. Yeah, let's do that. So at least that helps with that. So we know we click it. We clicked it, and then it changes, right? So let's add that click, and then let's also add the little loading doohickey. So how could I do this? When we fire off that function, the music's over, folks. Let me see. Oh my God, I just played that. Sorry guys, I gotta skip that. That one, we just played that. I was looking for. Yeah, that's the one. No, it's not actually the one. I was looking for a smoother one, but that gave me exactly enough time to figure out everything we need to do. Everything. I know. Don't ask me how, but it did. So in the handle task function, right, or handle task priority, we need to set that we are changing a task priority. So if we go to the drag Kanban page, which is the parents. So how it works is there's the Kanban page, the overall that's holding all the columns, which are called the drag containers, and then there's the task cards. So you got Kanban, containers, cards, or Kanban columns, cards, and we're basically passing everything down from the Kanban page. Probably not the best way to do it, but that's how I'm doing it. It's a little bit spaghetti-esque code. We've gone over it. Not the best on this Kanban build. Everything else is really clean and robust. This is kind of the one area where it's a little bit dicey because of what's it called? Because there's like these DOM nodes that we have to track. What's it called? For dragging and all that stuff. So it was my first time doing it, to be honest, and it was just really convoluted for me. So it still is, to be honest. So I wish I knew more about it, but what I'm going to do is have this task priority state and set task priority state. And when we update task priority, handle task priority, boom, here it is. We'll oops, don't need both things. We just need to set task priority state to loading. So we'll use this as a bit of a string value to check out the tasks, and then we'll I don't even know if we need a success state. We could just do set loading. I guess we could do a success state. That's fine. Might as well build more, right? And then after a bit, we need to set timeout to, let's see. We need to set timeout maybe after 2 seconds or so. That sets it back to idle. So that's what it'll look like here. So when we handle the task priority, I guess we could also wrap this entire thing in a try catch just to make it even more complicated, more nasty. You know, just really, really nasty this thing up. So boom, pop that all in a try catch, and then if it fails, so if the task doesn't upload, we obviously want to throw an error to the front end and also show some sort of failed state. So we won't fetch tasks though. So try catch, it'll either have two states, either it'll succeed or fail, but then we need to flip the loading state back to idle. It'll make sense in a moment, guys. It'll make sense in a moment. Hold on. I'm flying. And we need to take this state now and pass it to our column container, which is just getting absolutely nasty at this point. I recognize it, folks. I recognize it. And boom, we need to pass it into here. And it needs to be our string state. Really, we could make it an enum, but that's fine as a string state. Oh God. And then what we want to do now that we're taking this state, I'm going to get rid of Axios in here. Don't need it, looks like. And I'm going to take this task priority state now that monitors where we're at in the update process. So when we click this button, it goes through all that. It'll first say change it from idle to loading, and then if it's a success state, change it to success, and then back to loading. And then if it's not, then change it to failed, and then back to idle. Not loading on the first one, but so that's what it does in handle task priority. And then all we need to do is just add some sort of bit in the task card that there's a loading effect happening. So we could also extrapolate it beyond the task priority state. It could actually be task update state, because we could do it to the task category as well. So we'll mess around with that. We'll muck around with it. But where I want to do it is I want it in the top right of the card, I believe. So look at this. Ready? Task priority state, it's right there, it's idle. So when we click it, it should say loading, then success or failed, and then back to idle. Should, in theory. Success, there it is, boom. And then back to idle. So there it goes, yeah. So that's exactly what we want. And then when we click it again, boom, loading, goes to loading. So we want to show a little loader, some of those loading state, and then hopefully success. And then boom, and then back to idle. So we could do it, either have this like little idle thing be on the card somewhere, like it is now, where it says just like idle loading, lets people know that their thing's spinning or something. Or we could do it on the priority. So when people click this, it turns into a little loader and then ultimately updates. I think what I want to do, my brain just naturally went to putting it in the top right of the card. So I'm going to go do that. And then if it looks ugly, we can always adjust or adopt. Wink, wink. You know what I mean? That sounded so bad. But okay, so relative, boom. So now it should be in the top right of the card, roughly. And we can say task priority equals idle. So how do we do this? So we can say equals idle. We could say if it equals the idle state, show nothing. Actually, you know what? We'll just default it to nothing, and then we won't do the idle state. We'll have loading. We want it to show a loader. Loading. And I have a base loader component that we will use. And then I need to copy the state over once more, and boom, here we go. And this will be, if it's success, we'll show some sort of check mark. So right now, I guess we can import a font awesome icon and say icon, not icon, but icon, FA check, I believe it is. Boom. Okay, so let's try it out. Let's give it a go. FA icon. Why is it not? Oh, there it goes. It did update. Okay, so boom, let's try it. Loading. Check. Nice. And then it goes away. Perfect, guys. Nice. I didn't like it though, to be honest. Didn't like it at all. Felt clunky. So I'm gonna do this on the actual dot itself instead of up in the top right corner. It was a good initial idea, but it's not gonna be it. So let's do it right here. Task priority low. How do we do this? How do we Oh, I see. So instead of defaulting to nothing, we'll just default to the string. Yeah, just get real nasty with it. Build something real dirty like this, you know? And boom, look at this. Look at this. And then we just need to do that with all of them. So instead of, yeah, this is just nasty though. It's just wildly unmaintainable, but not my code base in the future, you know what I mean? But oh, dang it. And it does all three of them at once. That's another problem. Son of a gun. And it adjusts all the heights and stuff. So let's think about it. What we could do is undo what I just did. Keep the... Oh boy. Because now we need to emit to the handle task priority which priority is being changed. Oh boy. Oh God. Guys, that water break was exactly enough time. Just like the last time, it was exactly enough time to figure out everything we need to do. So in this handle task priority function, I am also going to pass up I could pass up the ID of the task priority that we're doing, whether it's the high, low, medium, which we already are doing. So or is there another way to do it? Let's think. We're already passing up the states, so let's see. Handle task priority, boom. Task priority, here we go, boom. So we need to actually pass this in as an object now, which kind of stinks, but that'll work though. Yeah. Loading state needs to be this, and then we'll say button priority or button ID, I guess. Priority ID. Or just priority is fine. And we'll pass in the task priority with each one of these and set the... So we're still going to use that same loading state function. We're just extrapolating on it a bunch more. Now it's associated to a task priority. So it'll make sense in a moment, guys. Hopefully. If not, then yeah, I'm stupid. It all never worked. My bad for everything. But I don't think that's what's going to happen because I'm not stupid. So savage, folks. Savage. All right. So this is I think going to work. Let's continue the thought that it will. And now we need to change the set task priority state to not just idle here, but it actually needs to accept an object. So it's a loading state, right? And the initial loading state will be idle, and then the button priority is that what we called it? Priority. It's priority. Really, we're just using that as an indicator, as an ID. And I'll start it with null. That's fine. So we have this task priority state. Now we have kind of two indexing things that we can reference what task is being updated, hopefully. Obviously everything's broken right now. Just great, you know what I mean? Just great. Love breaking everything. But so it's no longer task priority state. It's now going to be task priority dot loading state to access that bit. Should be dot loading state, right? Yeah. So I don't know why it's saying it's wrong. The computer's entirely wrong. We could never be wrong. I could never be wrong. That would never happen. That would never happen, folks. Obviously, golly, oh God. Okay, hold on. Let's figure it out. Oh, boom, up here. Here we go. That would be Y, and this obviously isn't taking. This would be taking an object. So I'm just going to any-type it for now. We'll streamline down the road. Right now is not the time. Guys, I'm going to relax on the music. We are going to relax on the music. So should boom. Okay, there our issues are resolved. And the loading state should still now work. Now we also have task priority associated with the button we're pressing. So I know it's real nasty looking right now. And it really is. There's probably a much better way to do this, but I believe it's going to get the job done for us. Hopefully. Let's see. Loading. Boom. Let's see if it still gets the tasks. It should. Nice. And it still should be working. Now, all the loaders are going because we haven't integrated the things. So basically what we need to do is integrate this, and we could do it one of two ways. We can task priority. There's got to be a cleaner way to do all this, because I'm thinking it really, really dirty right now. But it'll work. It'll work. You know, it'll get the job done. So priority equals, and then this one will be low, I believe. And we got to do it for all of them, I believe. So boom and low. Oh. And I'll default to that. So that'll work there. It should. And then same here. So except we just need to change it to medium. And this to medium. I probably could have put state on this page instead. To be honest, now that I'm retro thinking of it, it might have worked a lot easier, but this should work. So boom, yeah. When I click it now, it just clicks the one. Obviously, we haven't done the last one, so this will work. This will absolutely work. It's just probably other builds that would make this work. So, but it does work. It does work. It does get the job done. It does get the job done. So, boom, here we go. So I would kind of like it to be highlighted as well while it's loading, if that's a thing. But I know I would need to add it up here, and then also I don't want the base loader to adjust the height of it all. So. And all of this really should be a component too, because this is just getting nasty, just disgusting. Just absolutely filthy, guys. So how could I do this? I could say class name equals relative flex justify center item center. Dang, this is kind of taking up this whole episode. I thought for sure we'd be able to get onto the category bit here in a moment. I didn't think this would take this long, to be honest. To be honest with you guys. So let's see if that works for the last one. So if I click it, it should. Oh, but I see it's not really. It's still doing all the resizing. Okay, well I'll iron that out behind the scenes. Not a big deal. I don't like how convoluted this is. It's probably not the best approach, but it does work. It does do what I wanted it to do. Let's move on to the category bit where we can update the task category now. let's just kind of sweep this one under the rug, like an abusive relationship. I said the first. That's not that is not you know. but this is still pretty sweet how it just shows the loading, you know, and swaps everything over. So I like it. I'll smooth it out behind the scenes, hopefully. And then let's get this category bit going. So the first one looks like base input task category value. And then it looks like custom class, and we need to, I believe, on blur. Do we have an on blur? We do not. So we need to add an on blur to this base input function. On blur just means when you click off the thing. So that's focus, and then when I click off, that would be on blur. So on blur, I want to fire off a function that updates the task category. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So let's think. Sorry, I got a text. So let me fire up some music. Let's kind of get in the zone for a sec. Oh, I just double played the music. My fault, guys. I'm gonna start the music one more time, and let me just keep thinking. Deep down, I'm thinking. Okay, so how do I do this? Base category. So we do need to add on blur, and then we need a function that updates just the category. Okay, so we need two things. We need that on blur function, or on blur attribute prop, and then we need that handle update. What's going on here? It's not assignable to type null. Fair enough. We will just assign it to an empty string. It should clear up in a moment, but let's see. Okay. So handle task priority. We pretty much need a handle task category function as well, just to get even nastier with it, guys. Unless we do the update task one. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't thought it all the way through if all these task updates should just be one that can be updating multiple things. But yeah, so let's just go down the path of updating the task category. So I'll say async function handle task category. And pretty much what it is, it's going to be task ID, is we need that, and then we also need the new task category. We actually built this endpoint in our task store a long time ago in Zoostan, but we changed everything, right? So updating the tasks. Boom, this is how we did it right here. Axios.put, all that stuff. And it was definitely the more robust way to do it, but the problem we had is with all the DOM nodes and everything changing, it's foreign to me. It's not as easy to do it. So at least in my brain. So it was a bit tough. So I guess what I could do is pass in the task as well. So let's do that. So then I can update everything at the same time, or I can make it a patch request on the back end where it doesn't update everything. I guess either approach would work, but I'm just trying to get this thing ironed out, to be honest, at this point, guys. So task name, I could say task.task name because we'll pass it in from, or excuse me, task.task name, not task.task name. And then task.task category will be the category. Actually, no, that'll be the new category. There we go. And then the old task priority will still be the task priority. And then task status name. How do we do that here? We did do it like this, I believe. And I don't know if that worked or not, but Okay, cool. So that looks like it should be our function. I think that works. I think that's everything we need. So I recognize it's very similar to the function below it. So you can see we're taking the same parameters. We're just passing in a little bit different of a deal. Obviously, yeah, we probably want to consider refactoring a lot of this down the road. But right now we're cruising forward because this whole thing is like, it's like a hotel and we're building in the middle of the 5th floor, you know, and sometimes you don't have time to ask questions. Yes, we should have built it originally better. I understand, but the hotel's already up. The hotel is already up, so we gotta build. You know. Okay, so let's do this similar deal real quick. Obviously, it's not the prettiest deal to do, but we're 5th floor in the hotel. Water pipes spraying up. We don't have time. We don't have time to talk about things. We gotta fix the. The hotel pipe or something. Okay, so, and all that was just to get it all the way down here to this base input. Here was our component that really should be our handle priority, our base handle priority. But really, all of that was just to get to an on blur down here where we can handle the task category or pass in. What do we need? We actually need to build a task category. So we need the task. I guess we don't need to pass in the task ID because it comes with the task, but I'll just pass it in anyways, I guess. Actually, I'll stop being sloppy. We'll stop just having that attitude of I'll just pass it in anyways. So this will just be the task and then the task category, the new task category that doesn't exist. Guys, I keep getting this sketchy pop-up for a sketchy website because I downloaded a freaking beat from YouTube for a song I just made on this YouTube channel. I'm super bummed. So it keeps popping up and it's like a dark website. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it is a dark thing. So I'm gonna have to clean out my computer. I promise I'm not one to look at bad adult content, if you will. I'm someone who keeps my soul and purpose out of that stuff. But okay, so we want to set this task category now on this on change in here. So we have a custom class. We should have an on change, I believe, in this base input. Let's see what we have. On change, we do have that. Set task category, we want to set it to our e.target.value. So we can update that update that value. And then on blur, we want to pass in that task category, handle task category. On blur, we're getting an error here because it doesn't exist yet. Guys, I lied. We're actually just going to pass in task ID like that for now because it's just too much on my brain. So on blur, we want to let's see. I have no idea if this is how to do it. I'm just letting it rip, folks. I was gonna say, no way did that just work that easy. I was so excited. I was like, no freaking way in my brain, just cruising through that. But let's see. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. I want to make. Guys, I'm gonna keep it easy on the music for a sec. I want to make an on blur for my custom component. Like this, boom, okay. And I want to show them how I'm using it. I am using it like this. Boom, okay. So ChatGPT is going to iron those things out. I think that's all we need. I really do. I think that's all we need to update this task on the fly. Let's see. So here's what it says. It says, looking at your code, you already defined an iProps, but it seems you haven't included it in the destructuring. Oh, that was it. We just didn't include it over here. Ay, folks. Ay. So we did fly through on that. That's so sick. That's so sick. Now let's see if we can update the category. Say update. I didn't see anything change. Oh, you know why? You know why? Because the value is task.task category, not the task category. This will make sense. So if I say hello and then click off, now it should update. And then boom, now it updates. Epic, epic. So now I could say category, maybe this task priority category. Task priority, what page is this? This is the Kanban category. Boom. It is now a task that is done, guys. It is done. Task card needs to stay. That's also part of the Kanban category. So I really should have that cleared out though, but it's super convenient that it's not right now because I need to update all these categories. Add task modal. That is a, let's see, that's done. It's not in production yet. We'll throw that in QA. It's actually low priority. Guys, this is sleek. This is sleek. I can't believe we just flossed through that much functionality and Rico Suave type things, in no time. No time at all. No time at all. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up here, though. Thank you so much for watching. I believe I forget every time I record one. But thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you guys. Thank you so. Oh, we hit 50K views today. 50K freaking views. Guys, thank you. Thank you.